when Matt was selling today, right? The key is, right, is that there's these certain anchor points to the sale, right? And you have the intelligence gathering part, right? After, like, you get through the basic stuff, and you ask questions, right? And the one thing that Matt didn't do, well, this is his first time doing it, right? And now he has questions scripted out, right? Is you have to find out, one basic equation you want to find out is, what does the average sale, what does the average customer amount to over the life of 1 year, let's say? What is it worth the guy to open up a sale? Like, how much do you make in each customer? What's the sort of, what's the equation? What's the break even for, because the guy's going to invest money in sales trading. You follow me? So the question is, what's his, let's go through it now. So I'm going to show you, he did a lot of things right. He did a bunch of things wrong, right? But at the end of the day, you know what? He did everything right because he what? Closed the sale. There is no one. No, but you can learn a lot from this watch.
Pulled up. Thanks for getting back to me. How you doing today? Everything going well? Yeah. All right, Brian. So thanks for acquiring the program. I'm Jordan's VP of Global Sales. So all I want to do right now is just give you an overview of the program, learn about a little bit more what you're looking for, and if everything makes sense, I can give you an exclusive members only incentive.
All right, stop.
If not, we'll go from there. Okay.
Right there. So now let's go. What was wrong with that? Matt will tell you what's wrong with that.
One, tonality was shit. And two, why would I say? And if not, that's a horrible thing to say.
Basically, it wasn't a power open. See, here's the thing, right? It reflected his own uncertainty of it being the first call. I said to Matt, imagine how would you have sounded if you were doing this for 60 days and you had tons of people behind this guy, like you had a stack of leads, and your closing rate's 50. If you're speaking to a business owner and he has money, you're like 90% shot. How would you sound? You wouldn't sound like that. Hey, it's a very casual, like, hey, I'm here to call you. I'm here to tell you about the product, and if it's not for you, that's okay. We'll take it from there. And I'm here to tell you it's a special. I'm already going to tell you it's cheaper than usual right now, so don't hang up. No, but that's like what happens. Just remember, that's what happens. First thing, hey, Matt, listen, hey, Matt, listen, I know you responded to information. You're looking to increase your sales. Okay, great move, Matt. Now, reason for the calls, okay, is I'm the head of sales globally here. Okay, and if you have 60 seconds, I want to share the program with you. You got a minute? Great. Okay, great. Couple quick questions, Matt. Let me find out exactly what you need. I want to help you as much as possible. First of all, tell me. I assume you're the owner. In other words, it's bam, bam, bam. That's a casual conversation. Now, is it going to destroy your chances? No. But it's not nearly what you want. If you want to become a top producer, like, he'll never sound like that on his 20th call. Mm-hmm. It'll be old hat. Right? Yeah. But let's just take this and just remember there's a certain, what is he lacking right now? He's lacking a usable script for sure. He has a usable script. He's got some bullet points, but he doesn't have a really logical flow chart that he can really use. Unless you can use every word. Unless you're following it, it's just not really usable. You'll end up getting lost, right? So there's got to be, remember, this particular guy, he filled out an inquiry. I'm interested in finding out more. I'm either an owner or a sales manager, right? Mm-hmm. I want to know more about the system. He knows who I am. He's on our list. He's like your best, warmest client in the world, right? So he's like, hey, Rita, thanks for calling in. Great, my name is Matt, VP of Sales. How you going today? Great. How you doing today? Great. I say, so how you going today from Australia? This is Australian word, right? How you going today, right?
How you going?
Right? So, I say, man, so what's the logical thing to say? Reason for the call is, okay, real quick, the reason for the call, Matt, is, we just so happen that we're rolling out this new system, okay, and I know you're interested. If you have 60 seconds, I want to share the program with you. You got a minute? What's there to say? It's perfect timing, We're just rolling out the new system. I wouldn't even mind saying that, this, special program, special incentive today, right? It's not the end of the world, but it's like, here's, boom, boom, boom. You got a minute? Don't fumble. There's no reason to fumble for words in the beginning of a. Always know where's the guy coming from, and based on that, you're going to have a way of responding. And it's the same way every time. I don't want to see one day you say one thing, one day you say nothing. You say the same thing. Okay? So you're going to be handed a script for an incoming, we're writing it right now, okay? For an incoming call, this will so it'll be different than the business script. That's an outgoing telemarketing call. Try to get someone to say, yeah, sure, send me the information. That's the outcome. Here, the outcome is what?
It's going to inquire.
He's quiet, great. If you still want to share, you got a minute? Great, let me tell you about the program. I'm going to close you. Right now. Or if not, certainly send you a free demo module, okay, so you can see it for yourself, and then we'll set up a follow-up call so we can work out the details. But you call me, guys, you haven't called me, so I'll share it. You got a minute? You guys, I'm kind of busy right now. Great, let's schedule a call. No problem, what's a good time to call? Let's schedule a call. There's a massive incentive program right now. It'll take 60 seconds, give you the basics. You got a minute? You loop around one time. It's not a really good time. No problem, let's schedule a call. What's a good time? All right? Now, next thing, what's the first question you ask someone?
Okay.
First question, so, do you own the company? Or the sales manager? Now, let's see what Matt does. Go.
All day.
All right, so LA Fitness, brother. Actually, I go way back in the fitness industry. How long have you been doing that?
Was. Now, this is an example where it's not talking about duck hunting. He actually has a massive commonality with this guy. So he'd be stupid not to talk about this. So this is not going off the Pluto. He did the right thing. Well, oh my God, it just so happens, I actually own clubs. I know everything about it. You could have done a lot better job with that, for sure. He doesn't really use it to his advantage. Dude, let me just tell you something. You're going to be one happy camper. Because I was using this thing, and I actually, before I came to work for Jordan, I used this in my own club, and our sales went up 162% in whatever. I know you used all the stuff. You based the whole thing, and I turned the whole business around, blew it up, as of every other health club. Now, so tell me, how long you... Like, that's what you should have said. Like, the response to that sort of commonality is like, oh, mate, let me tell you this. You won't believe this is your lucky day. It's real. And when I said it was a perfect fit for you, I meant what I said, because I was in your business. I use this. You won't believe what it does for salespeople. It's like manna from heaven. Now, you the owner or a sales manager? I'm a sales manager. Well, for you, it's really manna from heaven. Okay? Tell me, how many sales do you have right now? Working at the club. How long you been in business? How long you been there for? What? Let's go.
About 4 years. Okay. And how things been going? How things been going for you?
What did you say?
All right. Okay.
He says not so.
Okay.
What,
So
you
what
got
do
around
you
to
do
not
in the
so
fitness
great.
industry? You a trainer?
He says, what? He says not so great. What do you say?
Why so?
No.
He said not so great.
Ooh, really? Tell me about. Oh, really? Wow. Tell me what's going on. Tell me. I want to know. What are you doing now? You're doing what?
Full building. You're active listening.
Tell me what are you doing? You're
Gathering.
amplifying his pain. Guy just says to you, things ain't so good. Really? Tell me
You
about
said
that.
some witty kind of thing of could be better. That
Could be better. Oh, I get it. All right. Tell me what's going on. I want to know. Tell me the good, bad, the ugly. I'm a doctor. Well, that's what I would do. Tell me what's wrong. Tell me what's going wrong. I want to know what's going right as well. Tell me the problem. What's going on? Tell me. And shut up. Tell really. Go watch. Let's go.
I'm a sales manager. Okay. And where are you based out of?
So, pause right there.
Pennsylvania.
He asked a question. You a sales? The guy says I'm a sales manager. What does he say? Okay, who gives a fuck? Oh, okay, wow. Okay, cool, great, nice, okay, great. Build rapport. This is where you build rapport on the telephone. You ask the guy a question. It's not like, okay, that's the classic, okay. You're the Grand Inquisitor. So when you say this, so are you sales manager? He goes, I'm a sales manager. Oh, you poor schnook, I thought you were the owner. Like, what do you say to the guy? Okay, great. Cool, nice, okay. Like, what's the unspoken words? You've what? Nice, you moved up in the world. You're a successful man. I'm telling you guys that I am thinking that. When I am listening to him, any person, with every utterance I make has a purpose to it. There's a reason why I can pick up on everything. Because if I were Matt, I would be, oh wow, great, nice, because I'm trying to earn brownie points, reciprocity. The littlest compliment builds rapport. There's a reason why I'm able to close at a very high level. It's those sorts of, besides the other stuff, it's like that sort of new, just little bits here and there. Think about when you're on the other end of the phone. What does it make you feel? It's, oh, great, wow, what were you feeling? I like the guy, he's a nice guy. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's like, he's like, all right, okay, let me get around to selling some shit. All right. I want you to know how deliberate I want you to be here. I don't mean manipulative deliberate. Mm-hmm. Deliberate in a positive way. You make the guy feel good. Why not? Keep going.
Just super cool. Yeah, I actually own a chain of fitness centers on the East Coast myself, bro. So very, 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 very familiar territory.
And how could you not say here, like, oh my God, let me tell you, pal, and let me tell you.
Real trying to get personal trainers to sell, huh?
Such a huge missed opportunity.
So how did you get into doing fitness?
So that's up. Who cares? Tell me how that furthers the conversation. How did you get into fitness? Does that matter? No. Think about it, really. How did you get into fitness? Why would that matter for A, can he afford it? B, does he need it? Does he want it? That's gonna inspire. That's gonna say duck hunting story. What you risk there is a duck hunting story right there. And it's irrelevant. How'd you get here? Who cares how you got it? You're here. I want to know he got it after he buys, so I can send him a present if he likes to fish, hunt, or moves as a kid. There's no purpose for that question, guys. And the reason that you said this question is because you don't have your questions written down, and in that instant you weren't quite sure what to say, and it's a safe question. And you were trying to build rapport like you gave a shit about the guy. But that's not how you build rapport. That's the wrong. That's what that was. It was going to inspire duck hunting confidence. Certainly, just think about it. You understand what I'm saying? There's no. Think about it. You tell me, what could you get from that? If you tell me something you can get from that, what's that gonna get you or him?
That's not right, but that's a. I typically ask that question. It gives me an idea of what their previous experience, what their professional experiences are, and if they just made a transition for lack of performing in some other industry.
But why would that matter? No. Think about it. In terms of what you're saying, telling the guy he's the sales manager or owner you're speaking to, right? Sales manager, right? How?
Yeah.
If you really think about it, okay, he's here. The question is, how are things going? Not tell me about your life story that got you up to this moment is an irrelevancy. Mm-hmm. That's an irrelevant question that wastes time. That's not a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What's you saying?
That's back in the day. That's back in the day for sure. Ballets.
Ballets.
Exactly.
And did that matter to you?
Uh-huh.
Like, you get it? There's no.
I get it.
In other words, there's no.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the question: how long are you working there for? How long have you been managing the place for? If he says 6 months, oh, what did you do before that? Oh, but in 5 years, oh, nice, okay, great. How many salespeople do you have? In other words, the question you ask is the wrong question.
Sure.
The question is, how long have you been a sales manager for here? The guy says, oh, I just got it 2 weeks ago. Oh, what were you doing before? Then you say, how'd you get here? But the guy says, it could be a complete irrelevancy. Keep going.
Yeah.
What's he saying now?
This is where it jumps. So I'm not.
Yeah, most certainly. So, how familiar are you with the straight line persuasion system?
And then you stop. Okay.
And Jordan
jumped.
Was that a jump?
Yeah.
Yeah, jump
Okay,
right
because
there.
that was like a fucking. Yemen was not a logical flow, but
Yeah.
there's
Between there, it
there's
was
a few missing questions in there, right? What were those questions?
The questions were: is he currently doing sales training with his team? All right. Does he currently using scripts? Are they free forming? And the biggest thing that he was really hoping to move the needle on was a catalyst for reaching out for introducing a sales training system. Were the main three.
Okay.
And after we finished those questions, I was like,
So he's a sales manager,
Mhm.
and how many people does he say? How many people are you managing?
Yep. He has 2 trainers right now and 6 front-end salespeople.
Okay, great. And how many? Are there any other gyms in the systems? One gym, many gyms?
He has 1 gym right now, and he's getting ready to do a second one, which was the catalyst for wanting
To get him
get
persistent
things
in there.
buttoned up. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. And
scripts in
is he
play.
owning it or is managing?
Just the manager.
Who owns it?
It's not Bally's. It's I'm gonna say 24-hour fitness.
Okay, so
It's
is
a
he,
chain
like,
club.
is he like an owner-operator kind of thing? Like, he's a manager?
Yeah,
Is it
I
French?
think it was just general manager.
Okay.
Just general manager.
Fine.
Like, have you been through any of his stuff or?
Okay, so now.
Okay. Fair enough. So
So,
how did you
pause.
originally how did you get connected?
Pause.
Sir?
All right, so now the guy was on our list. He answered. He knows me. All right, so this is a very important point here. You never phrase a question. Go back and watch the phrasing and the tonality. How you phrase something and how it will dictate the answer you get. So you set yourself up here for possibly the bad answer that you got.
Fair enough. So how did you originally how did you get connected and start following him? Just the movie? Just
So okay, stop.
really interested in that?
You
or-
demeaned right there. You demeaned. You totally demeaned. That's a big mistake right there. So you're just a fanboy, and you don't really care that he's the world's greatest sales trainer. Like you're digging yourself a hole. Like not, saying so. So tell me, I assume you don't think you watch the video. How much of JB's training videos have you seen right now? How closely do you follow his training stuff? You say not that closely. The worst thing to say is not that closely. Versus, do you like him because of the movie? Don't ever say that. Like that's like not something you want to say. If he says I just know him because of the movie, then you're digging out of a spot from there. In other words, the idea of the figure what's the best case. I watch because I like to learn about sales and he's the great and I love his sales stuff. Worst thing is I'm just a fan who don't know anything about his sales training. So when you ask a question, I say, so you're just a fan boy like that? You get it? You're setting yourself up. Okay? And again, does that mean you can't close? No, you close the guy. But these are the things that you make it much harder for yourself, and the ones that are really on the fence. You're not doing yourself a service by saying those things, and I want every word out of your mouth to be deliberate. You should never make those mistakes like that because they just, why? Because they're so easy to avoid. If that's not on your list of approved questions, why would you ever ask it? So now you'll have one, right? So you'll have it. You'll never ask it again. That's that. Easiest things to avoid. All right. But what Matt does well though is let me tell you overall what he's doing well. He's moving the sale forward. All right. He's in rapport with the guy. And he sounds like he's just a nice guy. He's a sort of nice, solid guy. I have knowledge of your business, and so this like it's not a terrible thing. I'm tearing it to shreds. That's what I'm supposed to be doing, right? Mm-hmm. But the point is, he's not like an idiot. He's obviously a smart guy on the telephone. It's just not a smart guy who's at the top of his sales game right now. You get it? He's certainly an intelligent guy that. I wouldn't say why am I speaking to this guy. That's a good thing.
Sure.
Because trust me, if you do this the wrong way, and his tonality, while it's not great sales tone, it's perfectly fine communication tonality. Mm-hmm. You get it? It's authentic. It's normal. This is very very important, guys, because there's a certain neutral tonality here that carries. It's not the best, but it's not. There is bad tonality. This is not it. A lot of you guys, trust me, if you call up and you don't sound, they're out the door. Okay, so watch, keep going.
Yeah, for sure. Glad you did, man. So do you have like ballpark specific budget that you're working off of to bring in some sales training?
So here's the question. So it's not again. It's not. Let's face the fact. The guy is financially qualified, right? He's about to open up a second gym. So I'd say it's a much better question if you would establish what the value of a new customer is. How's business right now? Company making money, okay? You're doing well. You're growing. In other words, okay. In terms, it would be like, well, here's the question, right? Okay. Do you have any pre-assigned budget, or you just looking to? Here's the way you'd say this. Do you have a pre-determined budget, or you just looking to invest? You gotta do whatever it takes because you want to increase your sales, and you're aware, obviously, that any dollar you invest in sales that brings back to you is a good investment. Is it just that? So you basically it's a cost-benefit ratio. Makes sense. You'll invest. Is that the case? That's how you would say it. You know what I'm saying? Like not like what's your budget? Do you have? Because you might say I have no money. You understand? Like, do you have a pre-determined budget, or is it open-ended? You can spend whatever you need as long as it makes sense within reason.
Assume they're willing to spend.
You understand? In this case, remember this. these are business owners that when you're dealing with companies, that the no money thing is a load of bullshit. It's not what you're dealing with right now. You're dealing with people who don't have money right now. Okay? You've dealt with those people who really don't have, they're fucking broke. You got it? A guy who's employing 6 people he's got 6 front end people, 3 trainers, and an overhead. He can afford $1,000 a month, the guy, to increase his sales double. It's irrelevant almost. It's more about, you have a budget, you set aside for something, it's just simply something, an investment you make as you need it. It's an irrelevancy in this case. They're all qualified. So just get that through your head. It's a question is they might say I'm not liquid right now, and I say I totally get that. I didn't expect you to be waiting around the bag of money for me to call you. We all have to be a businessman. I didn't get it. Sometimes you're liquid, sometimes you're flush, but you're not, right? Let me say this. The true beauty of this program is it actually pays for itself. It has something called the good enough factor. Let me tell you exactly what that is. So there is no, I can't afford you. Let's keep going.
And is this something that like you, your club in specific is going to be paying for, or is this going to be like a corporate kind of thing?
That's a good question.
Okay.
If it was framed like it was part. It was
framed
framed right. If it was part of that, like that would have been a follow-up question. Saying no, invest what I need, right? So in terms of that would be: is it a corporate thing, or is it just something that you're the manager? You get. Here's what I'd say. So in the sense that you're the manager, you get override. So you want to make more money by putting a little bit of money out there to get them, so you can make more money. Is it you investing in your own income, basically, like that sort of idea? Be very careful with words like these. There's a way to phrase things. Always set yourself up. And again, what will happen is as we start doing this for a couple of weeks, there'll be a library of questions. You'll all write down your best questions. Like you'll start saying smart shit and you'll say some stupid shit. You will. And Matt will catch you, you'll catch each other. Oh, what the fuck were you saying there? And that question, let's not say that shit again. You're going to say stupid shit. You are. Everyone does. Yeah. Except me. No, even I'll say it. No, even I'll say it, but I won't do it more than once.
Right.
After a while, you never say stupid shit because you know everything. How many things are there to say, guys? Think of it. You're doing this for a month. You're going to be an expert at every possible permutation, but you have to get it. We start with this perfect. That's what the perfect sale's about. And then we just, we try to, it hovers around this perfect sale, right? That's the straight line. Then it's not really, it never really happens like that, right? So we kind of try to jam it in, and we bring it back to the straight line. So we're always moving forward, and all your questions are going to be written down, all right? So this is why it's so important to go through this right now. And I have what's his name, Matt. The other Matt is actually right now is working on the script, writing down. This is our 3rd time through this thing. Let's go.
At least,
Definitely the perfect fit for you. So what I'd love to do is just tell you how the program works.
Right,
if
stop.
everything makes sense.
Okay, now watch. This is a terrible transition. Now watch. Go back 10 seconds. Okay, so watch now. This is the sit, guys. This is the part of the sale that you cannot fuck up because it's too easy. All right? You'll never make this mistake again. This is first watch. Here's what you say. Well, Jim, stop. Pause it.
Everything
Pause it, please.
going, this is the
All right. In this case, it's come on. He's owns gyms. It's like Jim. I honestly, forget that I know your business like the back of it. I know it works like a charm in your industry. But just honestly, this is definitely a perfect fit for you. Let me tell you why. For starters, let me tell you why. It's not like, and if you like it, you don't like it. If you're that, we can do a dance. We can do the fucking tango if this happens. If that, you can call me back. We can have tea one day. There's nothing to say here. All that is, I'll tell you what it is. Ready? It's a fear-based response from your first call. Not quite sure even how you're gonna fucking sign them. You don't have DocuSign yet. You don't even know what the fuck is gonna happen. So what you do is you knee-jerk. You're already hedging your bets. It's a classic. It's an unconscious reaction to really not knowing where you were going next. So you bought yourself an extra split second there. Say, what the fuck am I going to say next? And you say something that really doesn't make any sense. That's what happens. Because think about this. What's there to say? Well, based on what you said to me, it's a perfect fit for you. What do you say next? What would you say?
let me
Let me tell you why. Like, there's nothing really more. What else could you say that makes any sense here? It's a perfect fit for you. He'll say, why?
Right.
There's nothing else to say. Not like, and if you don't like it, Is it perfect? Let me tell you why. I'm not asking you to buy the second. I'm saying it's a perfect fit for you. Let me explain why. Number one, it's by far the most effective sales training program ever, especially in your industry, where it's going to literally blow up your closing rate. It's the only program out there that covers, I'm just making it up as I go. The point is what you'll have all this written out for you in little, not in bullets, but in perfect every word that you should be saying. What is there to not, this is so, you want to know how easy this is to do? Let me tell you why. So all the shit that happened before this, in your mind, just remember this. You have an anchor you're going to. You have anchors. Your anchor is, at a certain point, I'm going to say, Jim, let me just say this. Based on everything you said, this is a perfect... You can fuck everything up and just regain yourself. Because you're getting to this, it's a point. You're going to have all these, you follow me so far? Point. Check. You follow me so far? Great. You follow, make sense? Great. Your 5 stop... It's really difficult to fuck this up, guys, okay? Let's go. But watch what happens now because of the lack of definiteness in his voice. Okay, here, watch what happens.
Definitely the perfect fit for you. So what I'd love to do is just tell you how the program works. And if everything makes sense, I'll offer you an exclusive discount before it goes public. Sound fair enough? All right. Now, what Jordan has found while working with thousands of companies, and I mean thousands, just like yours, is that what you say to a Salesforce every once in a while, and you know this,
irrelevant.
Might have a little
so now,
impact,
what's he saying? He starts off, this is voice. This is a loop, okay? Okay, this is a loop or a secondary bet. What's the core program? The core program, right, it's a interactive online training solution. 12 modules, in or out of game, covers every aspect of the sales process, from the first word out of a salesperson's mouth to the last word they say, and then even after that, it covers upsells, referrals, cross-sells. It's staggering.